Om Sanavatu Sanonaktu Saviryam Karavavai Yasyanavaditamastu Ma Viddushavai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Okay, friends, so the last few days I have been talking to some people, somebody phones off, somebody sends a message, and the dominant message is, oh, we are feeling so suffocated, because it has been long time now with the pandemic, and naturally people are stuck in their own houses and in their own little places, they have not been able to go out. So everybody says, I feel very, very suffocated. Swami, what to do about these things? The whole world feels suffocated. 8 billion people in their own different places. Why do we feel suffocated? See the beauty part of it. If you are feeling suffocated, you are not at home. Because nobody feels suffocated at home. When you are at home you are comfortable with yourself, you don't feel suffocated. Like you are traveling, you feel suffocated. Because you are going there, going to maybe Delhi, London, Paris, like that you are moving. For some time it is very interesting. But these are all temporary homes. For some time you are there and you feel suffocated because you remember the comforts of your home, how you don't have to have a routine, you can just be whatever, you can do whatever you feel like doing. So you feel very, very suffocated. Any places when you are traveling, temporary you feel suffocated. Now if you look at yourself, there is one permanent home for all of us. Absolutely permanent home. Where do you live? Even though if you say that I am living in the country, but in reality you are not living in the whole country, not countryside also. You are living in a house. In reality, you are not living in a house. You are living in your body. You are not living in your house. You think you are living in your house. You are not living in your house. Your body is staying in that house. House has no idea that it is accommodating you. The countryside has no idea that it holds you. The earth has no idea it holds you. The universe has no idea that it holds you. So you are not living in the country or the countryside. You are not living in the home, nor you are not living in your home, you are living in your body. But in reality, again, you are not living in your body. Because you have a body. Think, friends, you have a body, but your body has no sense of living or dying. You are thinking. Even the physical body is walking about at home. Please think, physical body is walking out at home. Where are you living? Wherever your thoughts are. You are thinking of your childhood, your adult age, your old age, your insecurities, your memories of many kinds. You are living at your thought level. All the time you are living at your body is walking about, moving about in the home. But you are moving in your thought all the time. Somebody today sent a little note, Swamiji, I have got a question. And the question is, why is it that my children, when they don't phone me, I feel that as though they don't like me or they don't respect me. Not that I am waiting for their recommendation or waiting for their attention, but somehow I feel terrible. So what does it mean? You are living in your house, but you are not living in your house. You are living in your mind. That is why you are feeling suffocated. Depends on where you are. You feel very suffocated because you are living within your thoughts, few memories. Ask yourself. You are living within your own memories. But for you to be in the living in your memories, to be thoughts, naturally you must be very much aware of it. Ask yourself a question. Do the memories live in you or you live in memories? Very simple question. Very simple question. Do the memories exist in you or you? Are you getting that? You are living in the memories. You have completely, because you are not aware of yourself. That is how you feel suffocated. So suffocation comes because wherever there is temporary sojourn, you are for some time you are there to be supposed to be there. You think that is your permanent home. So naturally you feel suffocated. Please, it's absolutely essential. That is why you can see nature-made disasters are manageable. Man-made disasters are unmanageable. Just now, as we are talking, in Orissa coast, Bengal coast, east coast of India, huge cyclone is passing. As we are talking, the landfall has happened half an hour, 1 hour back. 150 kilometers, so the cyclone is passing. So many people are evacuated, 500,000 people almost evacuated. Trees are breaking down. How does it matter to, do you think of it, what do you feel? If I don't tell, you don't think that is going on. Only that, thousands of people must have been dead in corona today. Hundreds of thousands of people must have been dead in cancer, different types of diseases. As we are talking, there are people dying in an accident. So many people. The whole creation, how many things are happening? How many people are dying? How many animals are dying? How many trees are breaking down? What is volcanic eruption? Maybe a star has exploded. Maybe a system, a galaxy has exploded. Do you understand? Do you know anything about it at all? It's like a huge amphitheater. There are million stages, million things are happening. Is it only there outside? Look at yourself. The moment you close your eyes, there is a huge amphitheater of consciousness. In that, there are million memories are there. One memory is a cyclone. One memory may be wildlife. Another memory is about sounds of different kinds. Certain memories of touches of many kinds. Certain are thoughts, smells of many kinds. Some are tastes of many kinds. Something about somebody, some memories are in relation to your child, your husband, your wife, your father, your mother, your friends, your person, your gurus, your gods, your belief. How many amphitheaters inside you? Simultaneously, so many things are happening. But whichever you are living at that moment. That is dominant for you. So you feel trapped. Think of it, friends. Why you feel totally trapped there inside and you feel suffocated because it doesn't go away. Nature-made disasters are continuously moving. This cyclone has come. For last 3 days, they have been monitoring it. It is gathering speed. And when the landfall, it will be 160, 170, 80 kilometers. In the ocean, it was traveling 30 kilometers per hour. On the land, it is 180 kilometers. It is going speed, that speed it is going. So when you think of it, if that is the speed it gathers, you have been monitoring it. So the moment you monitor it, now you know this is the path it is going to go. So once you have got a satellite fixed and you know its path, you evacuate people, everybody evacuate from the road and everybody goes away and allow the, cyclone to pass. And the cyclone, luckily, is not a person who will change his mind to stay in one place to persecute 1,000 people. Whereas a human disaster, a human cyclone, they are there waiting to persecute you. They are waiting there to destroy you. They are waiting to create your suffocation. Understand? They are waiting there to trap you. Human beings, like the Nazis during the Second World War, or suppose the Mughals or the Huns and the barbarians, whatever you talk that people, when like a human disaster, aggressive people that are coming in, they completely destroy you because they trap you. They do not go, they come and go away. No, they come there to settle down. Now exactly the same way, think friends. Now suppose a thought just comes. That's not a problem for you. But you say, why this thought is coming? It should not be coming, or it should be coming. The moment you get involved, sometimes you like a thought, sometimes you do not like a thought, you start persecuting yourself. Not only you start persecuting yourself, you start persecuting others. What is persecuting others? Think. Please think. What is persecuting others? What is suffocating others? Suppose whatever you don't want to remember, somebody goes on reminding you. How do you like it? When you try to hurt somebody, when you try to destroy somebody, when you want to persecute somebody, when you really create anxiety for somebody, when you try to create frustration for somebody, what do? You remind him things that he doesn't want to remember. Did you not ask me 200 rupees when you are in need? Did you not take something from my father? Have I not seen you failing in the exams and you are copying from that? Were you not begging something somewhere? Did you not pick up something? Did you not steal something? So you want to remind the person, understand, you want to remind the person so that the person feels suffocated. That is why, friends, this knowledge, this self-knowledge is something so fantastic, because in this self-knowledge, self-awareness, they remind you of yourself and never what you have. They always remind you who you are. Always make you at home. The teacher doesn't remind you what a rascal you are, what a rogue you are. No. Sadeva Saumya idamagramasit ekameva aditya brahma. Oh Saumya, oh handsome one. Oh handsome one. Everybody calls you dumb, oh stupid, oh sinner, oh rascal, oh rogue. No, the teacher how does he invoke you? Sadeva Saumya, oh handsome one, oh harmonious one, oh great one. Sadeva idam agrasit. Long before anything happened, Sadeva idam agrasit. Before all these things that you are seeing happening and existing, there is only one pure existence. Ekameva advitya brahma. That is one without a second, all pervasive. And if it is all pervasive, you cannot stand apart from it. You must be a part of it. When you are suffocated by the sense of limitation, he is overwhelming you with a sense of limitlessness. What are your friends doing? What do you call the so-called friends? They go on reminding about your limitations. Don't talk to me like that. You didn't have food, I gave you food. You didn't have a job, I gave you a job. Your father was working in our house. Suffocating thing. What are you talking? Your grandfather was just one, playing with an instrument and begging from village to village. Half an acre land you had. Yes. You remind. And then what you call to the big fellow? Oh, you may be big fellow, but he was a tyrant, everybody hated him. This is mutual hatred society. Mutual persecuting society. 8 billion people continuously, the black is hating the white is hating the black, the brown is hating the yellow is hating these people. Different races, different sexes, different type of caste, different creeds, different citizenship, different believers, different faiths, people of different kinds. You remind me my limitation, I remind your limitation. How fantastic! If you don't feel suffocated, who else will feel suffocated? Think of it, friends. The nature doesn't do that. Nature comes and passes. You come and settle down to trap people. You understand, you trap people like those animals, the beautiful picture somebody had sent. Like the bird is stuck within the wood. A fish is caught in the net and hanging, just suffocated. The tiger has got a wound because of a nail. Or suppose he is trapped inside a wire or something. How do they feel? They feel so helpless. They are struggling. So that is the time when you go there. What do? You just cut that net, spread that stick, and then the bird flies away. The animal, the fish swims away. The tiger runs away. How grateful they are. They remember. Many stories you remember. The person you saw one lion was struggling and painfully walking. Somehow he dared to go near this lion because he knew this lion is very weak. And then he saw he has got a big nail under his foot. So he sat down there, removed the thing, cleaned it up nicely. Then this lion became all right after some days. And the story goes, one day the same person was caught by the king, and he was, because of his crime, was supposed to be fed to a lion. And the lion, when they opened the cage, the lion comes up, and this man is there. Then the lion goes there, And then instead of eating him, just goes around playing with him. Because he remembered this is the man who had removed that nail from his foot. The animal doesn't do that. And there is a story goes on, just see that, friends. Because when you remove somebody from a trap, the person is suffocated. You are removing themselves from the trap. But what human beings do? They enjoy trapping you. They enjoy suffocating you. Because in suffocating you, in destroying you, they have a sense of superiority. They are sickening people. Think, friends, like a king threw his minister to the jail. The story, he was thrown into jail. And the punishment is always there will be a mastiff, hounds, 4 to 5 of them, they will be left on the prisoner and they will bite him up, kill them up. But he was a minister. So what happened? The guard who was there, who was looking after the dogs, he told this, the prime minister, he was the one-time minister, so he told the dog, this person, can I take care of your dogs for some time? He said, yes, of course you can take care of my dogs, no problem. And the minister is asking, and he just a caretaker of the dogs. So he handed over the responsibility. Please listen to it. And then he started feeding the dog, taking care of them, playing with them, all this, petting them and all that stuff. After 7 days, the dogs can be made a beautiful pet in 7 minutes if you know how to endear yourself to them. And then after 7 days, of course, when he was brought in, and these dogs were left to destroy, to kill him. What did the dogs are doing? Wagging their tail and coming back and doing that. The king couldn't believe it. How did you manage to do that? How come they are not eating you? Then he said, Maharaj, for last 6 days, no fault of the guard. I only commanded, and because he couldn't tell me no, I fed them for 5-6 days. 5-6 days I fed them. They are so grateful. I served you 50 years. No human being shall remember your service. No human being remembers. Understand? It is so sad. Human beings are the worst. Ingratitude, totally ungrateful. What did you give me? Are friends, please, especially so. That is why it is Ma vidvesha vai. Oh, with a guru, there should be no vidvesha. Why? There should be no, there is nothing called ingratitude to the teacher. Reason, he has given you something, he has shared you something, and if you have got it, in the self-knowledge, absolute all-pervasiveness, because of which you can lose anything. Yallabdhana aparam labham, gaining which there is nothing further to be gained. Yadgyattvana aparam geyam, gaining, knowing which there is nothing else to be known. Yasmin vigyate sarvamidam vigyatam bhavati, knowing which everything is as well known. You are happy, contented, immortal, absolute. What is that something you cannot give up for that knowledge? If you have really received it, can there be ingratitude? Mahavidveshava, impossible, impossible. But what the person says, because the person is still limited, so you consider him as another individual as though. So think of it, friends, that for the few breadcrumbs, the fish comes, animals come, dogs become familiar, the lions and tigers forget that thing. Human beings, you cannot do that, because they have got a mind of their own. A cyclone, natural disasters, you can surely take care of. Even that COVID can be taken care of. Any disease, mostly people are trying, they can be taken care of. But human being, you cannot, because ignorance is such a dangerous thing. The person goes on changing. The person goes on changing. So therefore it is very difficult. Today he has behaved in a particular another way, he can behave another way. So he enjoys trapping people. Because he is trapped in his own ignorance, he shall trap everybody. When I am suffering, I am persecuting myself, how can I not persecute others? Please think of it. And if you do not feel persecuted, you will not touch anybody. Why? Because what is the idea? That is when you go to the teacher, he introduces you to your homeland. where there is no sense of suffocation. Yadgatva na nivartante tadhama paramam mama. Yadgatva na nivartante, growing where there is no question of returning. That is your supreme abode. Wherefrom you cannot be dislodged. Nobody can ever take away. That is the inescapable existence of your being, from where you cannot escape. You cannot escape from the fold of consciousness. You cannot escape from the lap of infinity. You cannot escape from the lap of immortality. Because immortality means something which is existing at all times, all places, in all conditions, never suffers any absence. It helplessly accommodates everything, anything and everything. Therefore a wise man, one who recognizes things, not only he is wise, but also helps other people to recognize that. He does not to trap people. Trap people in what? Yes, he shall love to trap you in infinity. He shall love to trap you in the absolute wisdom. He shall love to trap you in absolute happiness, so that you are helplessly happy. You cannot be unhappy anymore. Therefore, when you choose to be unhappy, you are a happy man. When you let somebody win, who is the winner? Ask yourself the question. You are playing a game. When you let somebody win, who is the winner? You are the winner. If you choose to feel trapped, what is wrong? Because nobody can trap you. Because you are always free. And you are choosing to be trapped. Because nobody can trap you. So this knowledge is something is so fantastic. If you are aware of it, how can you feel suffocated? That is why self-knowledge, all times, not corona times, all times you must get this knowledge, because at no time you shall feel trapped by anything. Why do you feel people suffocated? Always at home, in this home only. I don't want to go somewhere, but this is all the time at home. So you feel trapped at home. Some people trapped in the school, somebody in the college, somebody in the studies, somebody with a job. God, Swamiji, you don't know, I feel trapped with this woman. I feel trapped with this man. I feel trapped with this job. What a child I am. I have been trapped. I have been cursed. What type of friends I have got? What type of gods I have got? What type of faith I have got? Everybody is dissatisfied, discontented. They feel trapped in something. But in reality, so that is why when you come to the teacher, should he trap you in something or shall release you from everything? Who you are cannot be trapped. Aniketa sthiramatihi bhaktiman me priyo naraha. You cannot be trapped in anything. To trap something, you must be bigger than that something. Are you getting that point? If the trap is smaller, can you trap an elephant in a 10 feet by 10 feet cage? The elephant is so huge. How can you trap it? To trap me, you should create something which is bigger than me. There is nothing bigger than me. I am the biggest, Brahman, Bruhatatvat Brahman. Are you getting that point? Am I the only one? No, you too. As mean, you cannot trap me, I cannot trap you. Wasting of time. You are free, I am free. I feel to be trapped, you love to be trapped. Fantastic, play the game. How do you like it? How do you like it, friends? You play the game. You feel to be trapped. This morning I was reading there Magad, in the kingdom of Magad, there was a great prime minister. His name is some Vishwadatta, Vasavadatta, something, whatever. He was there. And he was the king's most favorite minister. Very honest, very nice person. Then what happened? One day he, while going from the Rajya Sabha, from the court, he picked up 2 gold sovereigns from the treasury. You go away. Then the man who is in charge of treasury, he saw he's taking away 2 sovereigns. He couldn't believe it, because he has got thousands of sovereigns. What is these 2 sovereigns? And the most beloved person of the king, most respected person in the kingdom, he just ignored it. Next day again he came, he picked up 4 and went away. How can he do that? He couldn't believe it. The next day when he followed, he taking a handful. Now he couldn't take it, because he has to thereafter explain what is happening. So he said, oh, there is a thief, as though he didn't recognize him. There is a thief, somebody is taking away. So somebody came, they saw that, he has got a handful of, what is that? Gold coin. So immediately they put him in the jail. When they put him in the jail, then the next day the king couldn't believe it. The king felt so miserable. He said, what is that you lack? You have everything. What is this 2 gold? If you ask me, I will give you 200,000 gold. What is this? And everybody said, thief, 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 like that. Then he said, no. Then everybody is quiet. Let him explain. Then he said, Maharaj, I was experimenting. Whether people love me for my wisdom, love me for my efficiency, for my honesty and other things, love me for my wisdom that I am, or they love me for what I do or do not do. So I picked up something. In your eyes, it is a theft. In my eyes, it is a test. Now, you can say, oh, very well, the person is trying to escape by telling that my motive was to test. You can do that. But the person, what he says? I wanted to know. I allowed myself to be trapped. How will you ever know it is right or wrong? How will you ever know? A person who is like a king, going in disguise, choosing to be a thief. What will you do? A rich man pretending to be poor. A powerful person pretending to be weak. What do you do? How do you handle it? People will not know how to behave with it. So please appreciate. When every person trying to trap you, limit you to your limitation, they remind you how small you are or how big you are, they flatter you or they destroy you. Wisdom is neither a flattery, understand, wisdom is neither a flattery nor they try to trap you in anything. They help you to recognize as to who you are. So that there is no suffocation at any point. There is absolutely no suffocation. They wanted to experiment on these things, friends. Why do we feel suffocated? Because we find ourselves in a place where we do not want to be. That simple principle. Where do you feel trapped? I don't want to be in that position. No, you must be in that position. I don't want to cook. No, you must be in the kitchen. I don't want to put on that clothes. You must put on that clothes. I don't want to go to a place. You must go to that place. I don't want to marry that girl or boy. You must marry that girl and boy. I don't want to be friend of somebody. You have to be a friend of somebody. What happens? Everybody feels suffocated. I don't want to have this type of body. You are stuck with this body. I don't want to have a nose like this. You are stuck with that. I don't want to have a thought like this. You are stuck with that thought. So who is feeling trapped? The things are trapping you or you are feeling trapped? Think, I feel trapped. The creation is not a trap. The trap doesn't trap the tiger. Tiger gets in. If the tiger doesn't get in, how is he going to trap? Simple example you take. The mouse trap is there. The mouse doesn't get in. What trap? You put a cage for the lion. The lion doesn't get into that. What trap? You put a trap to catch a thief. He doesn't get in. Think of it, friends. And can you trap the space? Can you trap the space? Space traps everything. You can say, oh, I have trapped, oh, sorry. You can say, oh, I have trapped the space with your hand, do like that. How can you trap a space? When you say you are trapping it, the space has trapped your hand and you. You cannot trap the space. This is the wisdom the wise man reveals and shares with everybody. He is not there to trap you. Helps you to understand yourself, who you are, the consciousness, the reality. So that is why This is the type of thing when you are teaching, what the Guru tells you. Bhagavan Krishna, what is it? Asocyan annasochastvam pragyavadansya vasya gatasun agatasun chananushocha nipanditaha. Hey Arjuna, asocyan annasochastvam. Asocyan, sochitum anaharan, anvasochaha. Do not grieve for a thing that is not to be grieved. You talk like a wise person. Asocyan, annasochastam. Do not grieve for a thing that is not to be grieved. Gatasun, agatasun, chananushocha nipanditaha. The people who are wise people, they neither grieve for the living nor they grieve for the dead. Are they heartless? No, they are immortal. In the immortality, living is a phase. In the immortality, dying is a phase, another condition. So they remind you of that. Somebody who sympathizes with you with death is as stupid somebody who rejoices with your birth. They can choose to rejoice, they can choose to sympathize, but in reality neither you are born nor you are dead. Nattu evaham jatu nahasam, nattuam neme janadipaha, nachaivana bhavishyama, sarve vayam ataparam. There is never a time, Arjuna, you are not, I was not, these kings were not. There shall never be a time when you shall not be, I shall not be, the king shall not be. That means you were, you are, you shall be. I was, I am, I shall be. Everything was, is and shall be. Therefore, where is the question of your being trapped? This is the wisdom. So can you feel suffocated? If you want real antibodies to be created in the corona times, the highest antibody creator is the self-knowledge. Because your any hint of sorrow is completely dismissed. Asocyan, anasocyan, one language we can go for years taking this class. Do not grieve for a thing that is not to be grieved. And what is that? It can be living or dying. It can be doing or not doing. It can be seeing or not seeing. It can be touching or not touching. Smelling or not smelling. You can go on verbs, kriya, action. Which action? Any and every. Which thought? Any thought, every thought. Asocyan. Do not grieve for a thing that is not to be grieved. Thoughts will come and go. Body shall continuously change. The cyclone will pass. Earthquake will pass. Tsunami will pass. Springtime will pass. Beautiful celebration will pass. Festivities also will pass. The youth shall pass as much the old age passes. How beautiful it is. You pass your childhood, you pass your youth, you pass your adulthood, pass your old age, back to immortality. How beautiful. When you are in touch with immortality, will you feel suffocated with your physical body? A little sojourn, a temporary stay in the mortal body, enjoy it. Don't you enjoy everything, temporary things, don't you enjoy? Suppose, why do people enjoy holiday? Abba, this home, enough. Now let us go to Masai Mara. Let us go to, Serengeti. Let us go to somewhere in Rio. Let us go to Himalayas. Let us go to somewhere, Alaska. Why? Wow, beautiful. Then how long can you stay there? You know that is not for all times to come. Suppose you hate your home, you cannot be comfortable outside. Do you know why? Because you are always insecure that you have to return to the home where you are not comfortable. Why the person who hates his wife or husband doesn't want to return home? Why the person who hates his children doesn't want to return home? Why the person who never wants to return to the office where he hates everybody? Why do you hate the ashram to return to an ashram if you are hating everybody in the ashram? Anywhere, friends, whether it is an ashram, it is a cave, it is a palace, it is a United Nations office, or even you hate to return to a country where you are persecuted. Then one or two people who are top class business people, they really do business, 1,000, 7,000, 8,000, 10,000 crores, they have cheated the government or cheated the bank and gone. Now they don't want to return to this particular country. Why? They feel persecuted. Will they come? They will not come back. You are insecure. If your home is insecure, will you return it? No. So somebody is introducing us, that is why if I give you a place as your home, which is in the realm of mortality, how much can you feel comfortable? One day it will come to an end. That is why what the teacher says, what the scripture says, Yadgatvana nivartante tadhama paramam mama. Going where there is no return. Being where there is no question of your forgetting yourself. Inescapable absolute reality. You cannot escape from the embrace of the infinity. You are part of it, you are it. That is why this tradition, please think, and because of, when you are with yourself, which is inescapable, you can move away from the things that you see. You can move away from your eyes, you can closing the eyes, you don't need to see. Seeing is not compulsory. You can close your eyes. You can close your ears. What you see is completely gone somewhere. Your thoughts also. You can escape. Wait, the thoughts will pass. Even this I thought. Every thought will pass. Escape from consciousness. Don't be conscious. Don't be yourself. Can you stop being yourself? Inescapable. You can't escape from there. And with that, that is the greatest escape. The great escape. Escape from Alcatraz. The most sophisticated, guarded prison in the world, in the San Francisco Bay. From there somebody comes out of, how do they escape from that thing? How do you escape from the concentration camp, Nazi concentration camp, or any concentration camp? How many people have escaped? Thrilling stories are there, because they wanted to escape from that. Those are the great escape. But even though they escape from a little prison, or little something, they are again trapped in the world. Somewhere they are, when they escape from that, again they are caught, they are trapped. Or they feel trapped in their job, or trapped about a fear that somebody can identify them. Like people, these Nazi criminals, when they went to South America, and the Israeli people, they hunted them down to kill it. So how did they do that? So the person feels trapped. But whereas, when you escape into yourself being who you are, thereafter nobody can chase you, trap you, nothing can be done. Where is the suffocation? You are always with yourself. Even the death cannot trap you. Mrityutasya upasejanam bhavati. The death becomes its pickle. The death traps everybody. You trap the death itself. Karalam, Mahakala Kalam, Kurbalam. Mahakala Kala. The time devours everything. And you, the Mahakala, which devours the time itself. So from where you escape from everywhere. And you cannot escape from yourself. What a beautiful thing. So if you are introducing people to that reality, think friends, if you are introducing people to that reality, what are you doing? You are creating the best of the antibodies in the world. Always happy, comfortable themselves. Whereas most other people, even most religions also, very, very suffocating, friends. Why? They experimented on 2 animals. They took 2 goats and they put them in big cages. In a big cage. One big cage, one side they divided into 2 parts, maybe 10 feet by 10 feet, 10 feet by 10 feet. So in the 20 feet by 10 feet cage, there are 2 rooms, 10 feet by 10 feet. So on the left side, there was a goat. On the right side, there was a goat. The right side goat was placed in front of a tiger who was prowling inside another big cage. The tiger. The left side goat was left alone. There was nothing. There was empty space. In 3 months' time, the right side cage, that goat died out of sheer fear. Because he saw the tiger is coming. And he always thought, oh my God, the tiger is going to kill me. The tiger is going to kill me. The tiger is going to kill me. This fear created so much of anxiety that this one died. The other one is in the cage, but he doesn't see anybody. Understand, friend, this is not a suffocation, this is not a persecution. When people introduce us, listen carefully, people introduce you to what your limited body as you are the body. You are rich, you are poor, you are a politician, you are this or that. What are they doing? They are trapping you into something and you are continuously reminded of the limitations of it. One day it will come to an end. One day it will come to an end. You are continuously reminded it of. So you are continuously exposed to roles which are suffocating and limiting. Whereas in self-knowledge, it reminds you of who you are. And you don't have to look through what you have. What you have is a limitation. Are you getting that point, please? What you have is a limitation. You are no more expected to look at yourself through what you have. When you came to the teacher, you are looking at yourself through what you have. Your father told you yourself a name, so you are looking at your name. You are looking at yourself through the role of your father or the mother, the riches or the poverty. Then you went to school and college, you had education. You are looked at through your education, with your knowledge and your job, your money, your things that you have seen, the position that you have occupied. That is why you are looking at it and feeling suffocated. Why? It's a comparative realm. You have got a small job, somebody has a big job. You have got a little money, somebody has more money. You have got a small car, somebody has a big car. You understand how the entire humanity is trapped? You are always looking at yourself into that, how I am a small man or how I am a big man, unnecessary arrogance or unnecessary humility. So you are continuously up and down, you die miserably. And when you come to the teacher, lucky the teacher doesn't tell you that Ishvara, please, and the teacher doesn't want to even know about anything about you. What did you have, what you didn't have, nothing is interested. Because the person tells you who you are and not tells you what, it doesn't look at you through what you have. And the best part of the knowledge is, no teacher, the guru, the one who is wise man, who knows the truth, he shall never invoke any inferiority in the student. Ask yourself, how much you enjoy proving yourself to be superior? Just ask yourself, how many times you have let down everybody? Your life is letting down everybody. Do you have some good opinion about anybody? Ask yourself, do you have some good opinion about anybody? That man, useless. Does he sing? Rascal. Does he have money? Stolen. Did he have a good job? No, father-in-law. Anything about anybody, you do not have a compliment. Always you must bring down, let down people. That is how you shine. Why people try to destroy other people? Because they want to be shining in, when somebody's inferiority, you want to shine. Whereas in teaching, it is not like that. He will never invoke an inferiority in you. Why? Because understand, friends, this self-knowledge is truth-specific. Every other knowledge is role-specific. You can take that little point and think for yourself. The self-knowledge is self-specific. Who you are, who I am, who everybody is, universal, helplessly infinity, absolute. Every other knowledge, whether you call it as the secular knowledge or so-called religious knowledge, they are all role-specific because they give you a role. You go study engineering, engineer, medicine, doctor, law, lawyer, suppose agriculturist, agriculturist, singer, singer, music, musician, magic, magician, all role specific. And then go to the religious belief. You believe in X, you are X. You believe in Y, you are a follower of a Y. You believe in the ABCD, you are the follower of ABCD. And suppose you study physics, you are a physicist. If you study the holy books, you are a very big pandit or a very scholar on that holy scripture. But it's not you. Think of it. They give you a role. A holy roller. Previously an unholy roller, now is a holy roller. And the holy roller will tell you, you are a sinner, you are stupid, you are useless. And you shall say, you are a holy terror. Beautifully destroying each other. In self-knowledge there is no such thing. It no role specification. You are you specific individual, who you are, who I am, and that is something absolutely essential, universal, which you cannot escape. In that there is no suffocation, because there is no comparison, no competition. Long back, sometimes I had told you, I hope you remember it. Suppose I say I. Think of it. Simple. I say I. Can I say this fellow, you? Can I say no? But when you come in, what shall you say? Swamiji, how are you? I was thinking I am I. Now you are telling me, how are you? So I became you. When you came, I became you. Now another friend joined you and asked you, who is he? Now I by myself was I. When you came, this fellow became you. When your friend came, this fellow became he. So I am I or you or he. And the beautiful is, in relation to I, you are you. In relation to I, you are you. And in relation to I and you, that fellow is he. For I to be you, you are required. For I to be he, your friend also is required. But for I to be I, are you required? Simple arithmetic, huh? Simple equation. For I to be I, who do I need? Not only these words. For I to be I, body is not needed. For I to be man or woman, young or old, body is needed. For I to be rich or poor, wealth is needed. For I to be position-wise, to be prime minister, governor, these things, positions are needed. For the eye, to see, eyes are needed. To be blind, eyes are not needed. I mean, eyes should be taken away. To hear, ears are needed. To be deaf, the ear should not be listening. For any condition, something in there. For I to be anything, something should be existing, should not be existing. There are role specific. A thought is needed. For me to be engineer, thought is needed. Doctor, thought is needed. Music, thought is needed. Medicine, thought to be needed. Anything. A husband, wife, a thought is needed, friends. How do you become a husband? What happens to you? A thought is given to you. This man is your husband, this man is your wife. A thought is given. What is divorce? The thoughts are negated. To be a believer, a thought is needed. To be a believer in a particular religion, a thought is needed. To be a non-believer, the thought is discarded. For you to be you, what is needed? I don't know. How simple, friends. How simple. Suffocation. Yes, sir, suffocatingly simple. Suffocatingly simple. Because when you listen to this, what do? You hit yourself. How can I be so stupid? How did I miss it, man? How did I miss it? I'm so stupid. Like in Oriya we say, mu boka. Boka means a gadhe. You know, I'm such a fool, such an intense, dense idiot. Because that's what you think of you. How did I manage to forget myself? For me to be me, what thought I should pick up? That is why the teaching is so easier. Because for it to introduce you to yourself, I don't have to tell you any thought. Nor I need to dismiss your thought. Why should I dismiss? Why should I dismiss you and he for me to be me? And just give me a logic. Give me a logic. For me to be me, why you both should die? Do you like to die? No. And why should you die? For me to be happy, oh, there should be no money, there should be no gold, all the women should be massacred, all the golds must be hidden, all the men should be castrated, all the animals must be thrown out, everything should go because no music, no magic, no nothing, because I am the holy man walking the earth. My foot. Think, friends, how sorrowful, how pathetic. Who created your problem? Nature never creates no problem. Human beings create the worst problem. Second World War, First World War, nature fought. One Hitler, one Mussolini, one this king or that king, one barbaric leader from somewhere, Timur Khan or anybody, Timur Lane or this or that, or whatever you say, barbaric, absolutely aggressive leaders. What did they do? Even if you go in that terms also, religion. Why this religious strife? Because somebody says, my thoughts are superior than your thoughts, so everybody must follow only these thoughts. Who said that? A thought is a comparative realm. A belief is a comparative realm. Practices are completely comparative. In India, you can sing the song, Kaupina Banta Khalu Bhagyavanta. In India, in these Sanskrit verses, we have got that, no? Kaupina Banta Khalu Bhagyavanta. The person who has got a loin cloth, just a loin cloth, to cover his private part. Adhuda. Bhagyavanta, he is the most fortunate one. Why? Because he has absolutely no worry, no anxieties, nothing to protect, nothing to dismiss, nothing to nowhere, absolutely fantastic. Now suppose the guy is in the Arctic Circle, Kaupina Banta? Kaupina Banta? Send him there. Fully loaded except the nose is available. So what shall you say? Completely covered up man, very bhagyavanta, very, very fortunate. Here is a vegetarian who is absolutely wise. Tell that to the Eskimo. Friends, please do not suffocate yourself with all these conditions. And these conditions are put by the human beings. Yes, we do need certain conditions for our convenience of functioning. Accepted, respected, obeyed. If everybody goes, I can go left side, I can go right side, I can go middle side, suicide, of course everybody will die on the road. So there are different types of methods you can talk about, but not in this self-awareness. Because in this understanding of yourself, which is absolutely important, friends, which is absolutely important for you to be who you are. That is why it is, knowledge is you specific, who you are. I am not going to give a role, holy or unholy. Ask yourself, don't you feel great about it? Imagine, the example can look a little crude, but imagine what is the best dress you can have. Your physical body is the best dress. Because there is a body is there, a dress is required. If there is no body, will you require a dress? If there is no body, will you require a dress? Which dress is better? Which dress is better than the body? Please tell me, which dress is better than the body? You spend $1 million, $10 million, $30 million, diamond dress, gold dress, designer clothes to dress up what? The physical body. And what is that physical body? Imagine, is another dress which is continuously changing. The dress is not childhood dress. This child is a dress. Youth is another dress. Adult is another dress. Old is another dress. For whom? The I, the thoughts wise. I'm a young man. I'm an adult. I'm old. I'm healthy. I'm dying. So that also is a dress. For whom? Every thought is a dress. For whom? Consciousness. Consciousness doesn't feel like being dressed up. But you pushed every thought into that. That is why suffocation comes. Because you have to appear in a dress. What a headache it is. For me to be me, I have to appear in a particular dress. When you see the dress code, you think of it as a dress code for certain clubs, exclusive clubs. There is a dress code. You must put on this dress only. Holy dress. This is the dress. This is the dress for the Indian dress. This is African dress. This is this dress. What happened? This dress code. Lucky in infinity, all pervasiveness, there is no dress code. Because no dress can cover the reality. How nice you feel, please tell me. Having seen that, which dress you shall put on, anything is fine. Yes, anything is fine. But certain dresses are put on so that convenience in functioning. In the road, if everybody is put on the same dress, how do you know that who is the traffic police? So one uniform is given. Same way, Indian clothes, Chinese clothes, Japanese clothes, American clothes, Australian clothes, Austrian clothes, just think of it. Arctic Circle, they have got different clothes. Masai Mara, the Maras, the Masai tribe, they have got different clothes. Africans have clothes, different types of clothes, good or bad, don't tell. If they thought that is a good cloth, let them have it. What is their food habit? Don't say anything. Whatever they get, a Masai tribe, they think all the wild animals are their ancestors. So they don't kill anybody. So they are allowed to stay in the Masai Mara. So nice. Natural guards, no conflict between the men and the animals. So beautiful. They will not eat any wild animal at all. What a best thing. But they have the cows, they can kill cow and eat, but they will not kill it because they want to drink the blood of the cow. They shall put an arrow and then they put a something, then suck the blood of the cow. They drink. Well, that is the system. Don't say, yo, I don't like. You don't like because you have got enough of the grass and the fruits and the vegetables and the sea in the Indian climate or in the Southeast Asia climate. You have got. So eat it, no problem. Who prevents you from eating grass? So don't prevent them from eating something else. Why am I telling his friends? We have forgotten the best of the best, who we are, continuously trampling on each other for what we have. So the person who is going to make you religious also makes you more dangerous, because this is the faith everybody must have. Am I important or my faith is important? Am I important or my informations are important? Am I important or my dress is important? Will you please think of it, friends? And who you are, how many roles you are carrying inside, friends. Suffocated you are feeling because who I am. How many roles are, how many big, what a huge crowd of roles are loitering around inside your mind and consciousness. How many? I remember my son as a father, I am happy or miserable. I remember my wife or husband, as a husband or wife I am miserable. I remember as my child with so many memories. What are you doing? No good. Whereas this tradition, what will they tell you? Remind. With this you shall see, friends, amazing. The moment you get up, pratasmaranam. The moment you wake up, first think about yourself, who you are, not what am I going to do today. Shall I go to this office, that office, that? You get up with agitation. No. Pratasmarami rudhi sanspurdatma tattvam satchit sukam varamahamsa gatim turiyam. I get up in the morning and say, Pratasmarami rudhi sanspurdatma tattvam. I remember that which is continuously throbbing in myself, the consciousness, the reality. Sat Chit Sukham, eternal existence, absolute bliss, pure awareness everywhere. Am I remembering myself or the whole universe? Everybody is like that. Pratasmara, everybody remember yourself. Remembering role, you need million different thoughts. To remember yourself, not a thought is needed, or if you thought also, every thought reminds you of the same thing. It doesn't matter. Pratasmara. Then what do you do? Whole throughout the day, tat kathanam, tat chintanam, tat anyona, tat prabodhanam, talk about it, think about it, discuss everything about that. Because whatever roles you are playing, do not forget yourself throughout the day. Who is an actor? The best actor, the person who never forgets and loses himself in the role. The best actor is the one who never forgets himself in the role, even playing the best role. You are playing the role of a poor, you are a millionaire actor. You are playing the role of a beggar, but you are more beggarly than the beggar. How beautiful it is. And you never forget yourself. You don't come out of this stage and you pretend to be a beggar. No. You are rich. So throughout the life, throughout the day, when you are playing your role, remember who you are. Tat kathanam, talk about it. Tat chintanam, think about it. Anyona tat prabodhanam, remind other person also. By chance the other person is losing himself in a role, remind him. Don't lose yourself. Come on, we are friends for this particular transaction. Why shall we kill each other? You are traveling the other day it happened, in a plane I was traveling. And then the air hostess, was supposed to give something. My food was a particular something, he didn't have it. They comes and, sit down by my side as though I am the, whatever, his son or somebody like that, so very, very important. Oh, sir, I am sorry, sir. I said, look, ma'am. I said, please, why are you doing like this? You as a person have nothing against me or for me. Your department people did not put my choice of food. You cannot create it. You can say sorry and go. Please don't have to comment, I'm so really sorry. Don't worry about it. I'm very comfortable without that food. I'm really happy with it. I wanted to starve during the flight, but always interested in what type of food is there. So look at it. So you are not there. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Because a person to person, you are not angry with me. I am not angry with you. Why should I be angry with you? You are a person. And your role as a air hostess, you play. Your role as a passenger, I play. I get down, you get down, we forget, we will never meet each other in life. For this 1 hour, why should you be miserable? That's what life is all about. In the affairs of a house, why should the people should kill each other? Brother, sister, ashram of school, office, children, all these things. Country, continents, political fight, religious fight, history. What is that needed for? Okay, so think of it. Whole throughout the Tat Kathanam, Tat Chintanam, Anyanata Prabhupada. Again, you look at in our ashram, now we have put beautiful statues everywhere. Just think of it. Why? Because you remind. Remind what? Remind yourself what? The whole creation is nothing but the God, the reality. Oh, so you are very much God-oriented, this statue-oriented? No. You may start with the Shivaya Namaha, you end up with Shivoham, Shivoham. Many religions, many faiths will give you the belief in a God, and you have to be the God's devotee for the end of your life. In this wisdom, it is absolutely fantastic, friends. Why people rebel against a God who is sitting down in the heavens? Because from the day one, the children have been told there is a God there. So that means you are permanently inferior, he is permanently superior. And with the individuality, you don't want to be inferior to anybody. But if therefore you want to dismiss that God who invokes your inferiority. A guru who invokes your inferiority, you shall run away from him. A person who invokes your inferiority, you want to get away from him. Because those are the persecutors. They persecute you. You are useless, you are nincompoop, you are stupid, you cannot understand. Really? There is no such person in self-knowledge, self-awareness. Everybody, even if you don't want, you are infinity absolute. So the person rebel against that type of God, that type of stuff. Whereas when you see about yourself who you are, and everybody is same, and that's something with one name and form, if it is an individual, the same consciousness with the macrocosmic name and form, if you want to name it Ishvara. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan iti sabdate, name it Brahman, name it Paramatma, name it Bhagavan, name it anything you like. You don't want name, forget the names also. So everything reminds you. Friends, why Atlas, Prithvi, world Atlas is there? Because we see the trees, but we never remember the earth. We see the land, we walk the land, we don't remember the earth. Forget earth, you don't remember you are in ashram. You think you so much, constrained to limited by your own body. You don't remember the earth while walking there. You don't remember it is planet earth. You don't remember it is solar system. You don't remember it is galaxy. You don't remember it is universe. Forget the God. That is why a statue is given. Why? It reminds you, like a globe reminds you of the earth. But the globe is not the earth. Every statues are there. If you remember it in nature, you don't need any statue. That needs absolutely matured perception. But when you see these things, nice. So he started with Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, go back with Shivoham, Shivoham. Super. So, Sayane, Swapane, Jagarane. In your sleep, waking, dream. Childhood, youth, old age, past, present, future. In every condition of your life, you are at home from where you cannot escape, inescapable. And that is the greatest escape, the great escape from the so-called grief of the time and change and the death. Fantastic. Can you feel suffocated? Yes, you can feel suffocated by extreme fulfillment, satisfaction, contentment, blissfulness. Thank God. Close your eyes. Aho Guru, Aho Guru, Aho Shastra, Aho Shastra. What a teacher, what a tradition, how humanistic, how universal. Even if you want to be stupid, you are not allowed to be stupid. Nobody shall trap you. Nobody shall condition with a particular practice. You must hold on to that. You should not give it up, or you cannot give it up. Choice is yours. You be who you are. And that is why, as again Bhagavad Gita will say, the person Vivikta Desha Sevitvam Aratir Jana Sansadi. The wise man, Vivikta Desha Sevitvam, goes into open space, lonely spots. There is nobody. Aratir Jana Sansadi. He doesn't crave for the crowd around. Today, everybody hates that I can't be in a crowd. I don't know, I am feeling so lonely, because you are not used to be with yourself. If you be with yourself, there will be no such thing. And then you are comfortable being alone and being with everybody. Being alone, being with all your thoughts. Teaching reminds you of the Absolute. Nothing reminds of your limitation, because in reality, you are not limited. You have many things which are limited, and do not drag the limitation of those things onto yourself. The people who want to persecute you, they remind you of your limitation which you have. You be yourself, so that whatever the other people speak, it is their right to speak, but you have a right to be yourself. Inescapable right, inalienable right to be who you are. Even your person who reminds you of your limitation in relation to the roles, you are not angry with him. You are still telling him, you are as much the infinity absolute as when I am. Vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane gaviyasti. Cow, elephant, wise person, everybody one and the same. Don't look down upon anything, nor you feel inferior to anybody. Nata samosti kutopi adhika anya. There is nothing, nobody like you. What is the question of something bigger than you? Meaning that is the nature of everybody. We all are incomparable. Yet, we shall revel in comparisons, limitations of things that we have. Be that all times, all places, all conditions. Just enjoy, friends. No sense of suffocation at any time. As I said, feel suffocated with absolute bliss if you choose, but never with anger, hatred, jealousy, pain, anxiety. Understand? Be that reality.